What's up, guys? Welcome to Demo with Mo. I'm your host, Monique Simmons. We'll be discussing dating, engaged, and married objectives from a young Christian's perspective. Are you guys ready? Let's dive in. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Demo with Mo. I am your host, Monique Simmons. Today is our season 3 finale, and I cannot believe that we're already on season 3's finale. This season has been so much fun for me. One of my goals before I started this season while I was on break, I wanted to bring more guests on to interview. And you know what? I did just that. So I'm really excited about this season. As always, I hate to end the season. I'm going to miss you guys. And I hope while we're on break that you guys will catch up on previous episodes. If you have not already, remember to share with your friends, your family, your coworkers, anyone that you think this podcast would help or make a difference in their life or relationship. Share with them. If you're not already, remember to follow me on social media. Instagram at Demo with Mo Podcast, TikTok and Facebook at Demo with Mo. Join our private group on Facebook. Dating, engaged, and married objectives is for any of you who are single and dating in a committed relationship, you're engaged, preparing for marriage, or you are married and have been married for however long. Come over to the group and join us. We have various ages, various relationship statuses. Don't be afraid. Come over and join us and have a great time. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. As always, I like to update you quickly, but let's go ahead and dive into this episode. Today, we're going to be talking about what are you afraid of? Our counselor has asked me this question multiple times, but the last time it really stuck with me. Monique, she said with a smile on her face, what is it that you're afraid of? As we finished out our session that night, that question stuck with me for the weeks that followed. Monique, what is it that you're afraid of? And if I'm honest, I loved that accountability. I'm big on accountability. I don't mind being held accountable. I hold myself accountable, and I hold those that I love accountable. So this question from me was a great question because she was looking past my reactions. She was looking past the things that I was saying about things that may have been happening in the moment. She was looking past how I responded to certain situations. And she wanted to know what was driving those things, what was driving my responses, what was driving my actions, what was causing me to think the way that I thought. What really was the root of all of these things? So I pondered on this. Legit, that question really had me thinking. I always encourage others to find the root. Don't just look at what you see right now. Don't just look at how you're thinking right now. Don't just look at what's going on right now and how it's making you feel. But why is it making you feel that way? What is the root? What is the real underlining issue? And now this question was put on me. So I had to think. I had to dig. I had to find out. I had to remember. I had to be honest with myself. I had to rehatch some things that I thought that I had left in my past. I began to think about all the things I saw, heard, and experienced growing up. The dynamic of my household, how finances were managed or the lack thereof, how conflict was handled, how I was seen as strong and mature even when I shouldn't have had to be, how my parents' marriage ended in a very traumatic separation and then divorce. I saw all of this. I saw all of this play out and unknowingly held on to a lot of these things, which caused me to have fear in my own relationship and marriage. When things would be said or happen that even resembled any of the negative things from my childhood, I would be triggered. I may respond with an attitude, roll my eyes, get angry, or even shut down. But at the root of it all, it was always fear. My family's relationship with one another is one of the most important things to me. And when I say my family, I mean my husband and I and our 3 children. It's one of the most important things to me after my relationship with God. And when I see that being challenged at all, that little girl in me rises up, and there goes fear. I'm 5 years older than my brother, and we were not very close growing up because of the age difference and me thinking that I was grown way before I was. And every day, to this day, I regret that. So when I see my older children arguing or not talking to one another for whatever reason, fear shows up. Growing up, I was a daddy's girl, but my dad and brother were not as close. So when I see my husband loving our girls so well and creating a special bond with them while my son lacks in that area, fear shows up. I wasn't taught money management skills growing up. My parents got married and had me at a young age, and no one taught them money management skills either. So we struggled. I started my first job at the age of 15 so I could afford to hang out with friends, shop the way I wanted to, have my own cell phone, get my hair done, and do all of the things the people my age were doing. So when money is spent unnecessarily, a budget is not being followed, fear shows up. Fear always has a way of showing up. Your hurt, your pain, your disappointments, whether like me, it's from your childhood, or it may even be from a past relationship. I encourage you to find out, what is it that you're afraid of? I'm so glad our therapist asked me that question. If I'm completely honest, I'm afraid of my family falling apart. I'm afraid of my marriage ending in divorce. I'm afraid of my kids not being close as I desire them to be and as I feel that they should be. It's hard to even say these things aloud. I'm grateful every time fear shows up. God gently reminds me of a few things. Fear does not come from him. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. He is always with me. Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. He cares about me and the things I fear. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. I hope in my therapist asking me that question, that you begin to ask yourself that same question. When you respond to things, your way of thinking, how you feel about certain things, what is it that you're really afraid of? Is it really what's happening in this moment? Is it really that? Or is it the fear of what that thing right now represents? I encourage you to find out. I encourage you to do the work. I encourage you to be honest with yourself. You don't have to be like me and say it out loud to the world, but begin to say it out loud to yourself. Tell yourself, what is it that I'm really afraid of? If you're in a relationship or you're married, I encourage you, tell your partner what it is that you're afraid of. Be honest with them. Be open with them. You know, that intimacy that you guys want in your relationship, these ugly truths about yourself, it will begin to create that. It will begin to tear walls down, and you can see your partner for who they really are, why they feel the way they feel, why they think the way they think, why they respond the way that they do. Take the time out to really do the work, the hard work. I'm not at all saying that this is going to be easy or comfortable, but I am saying that it's worth it. I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with my husband. I have to be honest with my children so that I can get past the fear. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Remember to go catch up on all previous episodes. Follow me on social media. Join our private Facebook group. But until next time, remember, I love you, but God loves you more. Bye, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Follow me on Facebook at Demo with Mo. If you have any questions you would like answered here live on my podcast, email them to me at demowithmo@gmail.com. That's DEMOWITHMO@gmail.com.